हाई नमस्ते एभ्रिवान। आज म तपाईहरुलाई चिकन करी बनाउन सिकाउँछु। यो रेसिपी एकदम सजिलो छ। Shit. Wrong channel परेछु क्या. Let's do this again. What's up everybody? मेरो नाम हो ओशन Karki. You can call me O and welcome to O's Kitchen Presents the cooking show. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a chicken curry. And to my non-Nepali friends, if you have had a chicken curry out there in a restaurant, it's probably not a Nepali chicken curry. Most probably it's Indian. And those are amazing dishes, but the Nepali chicken curry is quite different. And it's something that everybody cooks back in Nepal. We just love our chicken. So this is dedicated to all the youngsters, all the single people living abroad and trying to cook a nice meal for yourself. If you want to have a nice chicken curry, probably this is a recipe for you. There are different ways you can make a chicken curry, but I'm teaching you in a most simple way. You don't need a blender, you don't need to use any equipment. Just if you have the right spices, you can make an amazing chicken curry. On your screen, you can see the list of ingredients that you need to make a chicken curry. The prep time is 15 minutes, but if you are good with your knife, you can get it done by 5. What I do is, I first heat my pan in a high heat and add 2 tablespoons of mustard oil. I use mustard oil because I like the aroma, but you can use any other oil, it doesn't make much difference. Then I add a tablespoon of fenugreek seeds, and once my fenugreek seeds starts turning dark brown, then I add my onions. After I add my onions, I reduce the heat to medium-high, and it takes 5 minutes for my onions to become soft and caramelized. I keep on stirring it in between so that it doesn't burn, and once my onions are soft and caramelized, I add my meat. I have used little more than a kg of meat, and then I add my desired salt with the meat as well. Why do I do this? This is because the salt will make your meat porous. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the water out of the chicken and then dry the water up and then add spices so that the spices is absorbed by the meat and it gives you a nice flavor. So cook the meat for 7 or 8 minutes. And between the first 5 minutes of this 7 or 8 minutes, you will see blood start to come out of your meat, and that's a good sign. It means your meat is cooking inside as well. So in total of 8 minutes, there should be enough water in your meat. So this is when I add my turmeric powder. Use 1 tablespoon of turmeric powder. So the turmeric powder mixes with water and then mixes up with your meat and will give you a nice color. In 5 minutes, the water should start drying up, and then you add your garlic and ginger. I have used a fresh one, so if you're using a fresh one, use a half a thumb size ginger and 5 cloves of garlic. If you're using a garlic ginger paste, use 2 tablespoons of garlic ginger paste, and if you're using a separate paste of garlic and ginger, use 1 tablespoon each. And it takes like 2 or 3 minutes for your garlic and ginger to cook. So this is where you add your 1.5 tablespoons of cumin powder, 1.5 tablespoons of coriander powder, a pinch of garam masala, and then tablespoons of chili. If you don't want to use chili, it's perfectly alright. I like to use chili because I really like spicy food. So now, after you add up your spices, mix it pretty well and keep on stirring it. You can see that meat separates in the pan in few minutes, and then the water will start to dry up in another 5. So this is when you add your 2 medium-sized tomatoes. You can also use tomato paste. If you are using a tomato paste, that's a very good idea because it gives you a really good curry structure, but I'm going for the basics, that's why I'm using a regular tomatoes, and then you keep on stirring it. Then I add 2 tablespoons of chicken curry masala, a quarter cup of coriander or cilantro, and then a few fresh chilies. I have used 1 whole fresh chilies. If you don't like it spicy, you can always omit the chilies. And then I add 1 cup of water. So now if you are looking for a more kuhurako jhol type, then just go for more water. If you are looking for a gravy like structure, you can always use 2 tablespoons of corn flour in the water you put in the meat. Or if you want to use chicken stock, be careful with the salt, we'll add it later, so you can use that one as well. If you want to use yogurt, that's a good option, but it'll give you a soury taste. And so is same with tomatoes, you can use tomatoes as well, so it's always your choice. You can also use chalani. If you know what's a chalani, chalani is a water that you wash your rice with, the water you throw away after you wash your rice with. You can use that water as well, it gives you a nice gravy. When your chicken comes to boil, you just turn your chicken off and then add rest of your coriander. There's a quarter cup of coriander, and then cover it up, let it settle down. So your chicken curry is ready, and this is how you make a nice authentic Nepali chicken curry.